President Cyril Ramaphosa has signed into law a bill allowing land seizures by the state without compensation, a move that has put him at odds with some members of his government of national unity. Black people only own a small fraction of farmland nationwide. More than 30 years after the end of the racist system of apartheid, the majority of the country's wealth still remains with the white minority. This has led to frustrations and anger over the slow pace of land reform. While Ramaphosa's ANC party hailed the law as a significant milestone in the country's transformation, some members of the coalition government say they may challenge it in court. The law outlines how expropriation can be done and on what basis by the state, says the government. The government says it replaces the Pre-Democratic Expropriation Act of 1975, which placed an obligation on the state to pay owners if it wanted to take land from, under the principle of willing seller, willing buyer. The new law allows for expropriation without compensation only in circumstances where it is just and equitable and in the public's interest to do so. This includes if the property is not being used and there is no intention to either develop it or make money from it, or when it poses a risk to people. Under the law, the state may not expropriate property nilly-willy or for a purpose other than in the public's interest. Expropriation may not be exercised unless the expropriating authority has, without success, attempted to reach an agreement with the owner. The signing of the law comes after a 5-year consultative process, as well as the findings of a presidential panel set up to look into the issue. The Pro-Business Democratic Alliance, also known as the DA, the second largest party in the government of national unity, says it strongly opposes the law, this new expropriation bill, and it was consulting with its lawyers. It says that while it supports legislation addressing land restitution, it takes issue with the processes followed by the country's parliament to enact this law. Guys, it looks like the DA only considers the Rainbow Nation when there's inequality. Do they find joy in the minority of this country having access to the majority of the wealth, owning massive empty lands just sitting there for their amusement, while we, the black community...
So when you talk about the DA, yo guys, okay,